Hello everyone and welcome to Pocket Dimension. I'm Ryan Matthew Harker. I am a comic book creator and author and publisher, and I love comic books. I love illustration, I love writing, and I know there's a lot of other people who sit out in their house, their offices, their shops, their barns or garages, whatever, and they do basically the same thing, but I don't care. I'm just here to have fun and talk about comics. And so today we're going to talk about Eastman and Laird's Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There were 7 of these in the first volume. I have all of them on in print, and I'm playing around with my software capabilities here, and I have these scanned into my computer as well, and so I thought I'd try a little dual screen recording and see if I can't look through this book on my computer. So that's what we're going to do today. Now we got the cover here. It's a really beautiful color, very vibrant, especially reproduced here on the computer. I found that when you scan a color piece in, it really just brightens everything up. I just finished the cover for my own comic book, Ridiculous, and the second issue, and I did all the color in alcohol marker and ink, and man, it just looks so much better after I scanned it in. Just bright, vibrant, full of life. So anyway, yeah, it's a great looking cover. I could just stare at this forever, but since we don't have forever, Tail Mail. So yep, volume 1, number 1 came out in May 1987, and here's a little note from Peter and Kevin, signed 1987. It says, one of the most flattering comments we've ever heard from our fans is, your books don't come out often enough. Wow. How do you respond to that? Well, what usually happens is a little blushing. Then you try to say, thanks folks, without sounding like goofy, oh shucks type stuff. And then you give them all the money you have on you. Oops, no, just kidding. Whatever the reasons for the fact that we can only produce 6 books a year, little reasons like eating, sleeping, stuff like that, the bottom line is that to do more, we need help. Well, help has arrived in the form of Jim Lawson pencils and Ryan Brown inks. Throw that together with a few stories by Peter and I, and you come up with Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So Peter and I guess it's a little note from Kevin. So Tales of the TMNT will appear in the months that we don't do the regular TMNT book, 6 times a year. And that will mean a monthly Turtles book. The stories and tales will more or less follow the continuity established in the regular TMNT book, but the format will allow for departures from the norm. You may even see different backup stories and tales, possibly Bade Biker among others. And Bade Biker, now that's one that I am not familiar with. Let's do a quick Google search real quick and just see what comes up. So here is Bade Biker, and it's a Mirage Studios book. Let's see. Let's get a quick Wikipedia on here if we got one. No, we're not getting anything quick. So anyway, that was Bade Biker. But for now, to paraphrase the words of the old turtle on the following page, let us tell you a story. So yeah, they did this let me tell you a story motif, and I just heard on the Cartoonist Kayfabe channel that they had where that came from, but I can't off the top of my head remember what they said. So but basically it starts off, every issue starts off with this little motif of let me tell you a story. It's usually a different setting, but um, it's a little prologue and then the let me tell you a story. So this first issue of Tales starts off after the Shredder returns and the Turtles, the April's pawn shop or antique store, and the Turtle lair get invaded by the Foot. The antique store gets burned down. Anybody familiar with the movie, that setting kind of followed along with the original story pretty close, as far as it went. And yeah, so now they find themselves out at the old farmhouse, and I guess in the comic here it is Casey's family's old farmhouse, and because I believe it was April's in the movie. Maybe it was Casey's to begin with. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen the movie now. But yep. So the Turtles are all moved in, and we get all the great black and white artwork we've come to expect from Eastman and Laird at this time. And they're doing the plot and the story with layouts and pencils by Jim Lawson and inks by Ryan Brown, letters Steve Levine. All these people are powerhouses in the Turtles community. If you follow the Ninja Turtles at all, you've heard these names. Obviously Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird, but Lawson, Brown, and Levine. Levine was a longtime letterer of a lot of their books. And yeah, so Lawson, he's definitely got a really great art style. I fell in love with it. The 7th issue of Tales was one of the first ones that introduced me to these books, and I just immediately fell in love with Jim Lawson's art. I mean, it gets the team up of him and Brown get more and more refined as they work together. Yeah. But these early Tales books, they look a little, they're kind of rough, Not bad, just a little rough. I like it. And of course, they were using the duotone paper back then. That was like a trademark of Eastman and Laird's Turtles. So there's a great page here, splash page of one of the Turtles bringing in a refrigerator, and everything's a mess. They just moved into the house. Here's Casey with Raph. April's all, where's Casey? He's off with Raph. Check this out. You can still make out where they had to plaster up the wall from when I punched through it when I was 7. Looks like Casey might be wearing a Metallica shirt, which is funny because I feel like Kevin Eastman was he was a metal fan, and in fact, this rendition of Casey right here kind of looks like him. Almost looks like he's got a little mustache. And that kind of Jerry curl hair that Kevin Eastman had back then. Yep, so they're, hanging out, they're being domestic, and I don't know what it is about this art style, it's simple, but detailed, and the roughness to it. I really like that. I guess the heavy on the ink. Hi, Cheese. My cat Cheese coming to say hi. But yeah. So meanwhile, in the nearby town of Holyoke. Nope. Here's Cheese. Hey, buddy. Hi. Yes. Good boy. I'm busy, buddy. Here goes. Alright. He's really needy because I've been working out of town 5 days a week, so he really misses me. All of our animals do. But we got some people here. Come on, man, liven up. We're going to the farm today. Your grandmother is what for? Isn't your cousin living there now? Oh, so this is Casey's cousin. I got some family business to take care of. gather with the boys, tell them, so this is cousin Sid. Sure, Sid. So there's a relative of mine, rumor has a family, he's some kind of psycho. I may need you guys as backup. So Sid's just going there to cause trouble with Casey. Sounds like, for no particular reason. Oh. Another great page. The scene. So detailed. I mean, like what they did with the duotone to bring everything to life was pretty amazing. Looks like the name of the store or something almost right here. Looks like it could have been some letters. Oh, up in the basement. Is this Mikey getting into some toys? Maybe. There's some creepy shadow stuff going on. Up in the attic. Rah! So what the heck is this thing? Some crazy creature. And Mikey throws it. Oh! And then, nope, just an old coat. Raccoon coat. That's pretty funny. And meanwhile, Sid and the boys, you know, throwing their empties out of the car. They're getting tuned up, ready to go give Casey a hard time. What they got here? Oh, they even got the gun in the car. I'm gonna scare him a little, he says. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, look at this putz. He looks like trouble. Somebody's here. Must be the welcome wagon. Oh, turtles, take off. And Casey, these guys don't look like the welcome wagon. Hey, Sid. Hey, Cousin Casey, won't you invite me in? You're not welcome here. Then allow me to introduce my friends, Max and Spuds. We're coming in. Anyway, so yeah, forces their way in. Casey's telling him off. Sid, you puke. You've got 1 second to call these guys off or I'm tearing them and you apart. Sid's still being a punk. I love looking at this artwork. So much fun. Who's the babe? I feel like Casey said that to April in the movie. So he breaks free. Yep, he is wearing a Metallica shirt too. How about, what have you done with Grandpa's share of the Hoosick Tunnel train job loot? Oh, so there's some fucking family money around or something. Alright. No one believed he still had it when he died, including me. Sid still thinks there's money out there. You play stupid real good, cousin, but I don't believe you for a minute. Nope. Turtles are still hiding. They're like, we gotta stay hidden. Casey's gotta handle this. So they're crawling out. Some great pictures of the turtles. This is what the classic Ninja Turtle stuff here. I mean, I grew up with the cartoon, and you know that was probably one of my first exposures to the Ninja Turtles. But I don't know. These are iconic, classic Ninja Turtle forms here. This is what they're supposed to look like. Oh, and they honk the car horn. Honk, honk. And they're ninja, so they got no problem hiding from these jokers. Leo comes up out of the snow. Chalk! Nice. Oh, here we go. We got another turtle. There wasn't a lot to distinguish these turtles in these old comics, you know, except their weapons. So when they're not showing their weapons, it's hard to know which one's which. One of them came and pop into the trash box there. Oh, this one's got to be Mikey. He's got the coat. Hey, ugly, looking for me? That's a pretty sweet shot. The leg. kicking out, the coat flying out behind him. That's pretty badass. And let's see. There's Donnie. So we got Leo, Raph, Mike, and Donnie. Yeah, so this guy was Raph. And he flips him. Splat. I wonder what's keeping your buddy, Sid. In case he's like, screw this, we're done. I'm gonna kick your ass, Sid. And now April, though, she's like, I got the gun. Lucky April saved you. You butthead, you're gonna keep all the money for yourself? There is no money. He buried it. 250 grand. His last words. X marks the spot. X marks the spot? You're a fool and a jerk. My old man and I have gone through this whole farm, searched it from top to bottom looking for this X. We thought we found it several times, but no such luck. He was a clever old wingnut. I know this money's still here. You're dreaming, Sid. X marks the spot. So anyway, they get rid of it. X marks the spot. Sid's hollering. They really think X marks the spot. Anyway. No, it couldn't be. Oh, Casey has a brainstorm. Spot was a stray dog Grandpa and I found and had for years. Well, he got pretty sick one summer, and when he died, we buried him out back behind the barn. Spot marks the X. I remember there's a certain stone in the foundation of the barn that Grandpa wanted to mark a grave with. He thought it looked like a headstone. Buried in the ground, too inaccessible. But behind a stone... Oh, what do we got here? There's a box full of stuff there. And Sid's like, nope, it's mine. And then they wrestle, and nope, not money. Receipt. Their grandma's notes and handwriting. Donations she made with the money. She gave it away. Maybe she tried to make up for her husband's crime. Good old grandma. Sid, no money, the end. So here's the epilogue, and then Sid's bunnies fit nicely in the trunk of his car. I wonder if he's found them yet. Yeah. So anyway, they're all sitting around chuckling about Sid and his shenanigans. And there's a sweet pinup here of Shredder and the Turtles at the end. I really dig this. Can't quite make out who the artist is here. Berser? B-E-R-S-E-R maybe? 87. So, I don't know. But yep, that there is the end of the book. So, yeah, that's Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Volume 1, Number 1. And, yeah, great books. I'm going to end up going through all of these, I think, and checking them out because it's been a while since I read them or even looked at them. I'm not even sure if I've gone through all of them now. I went through the trouble of collecting them so I have them all, but you know, well, then life happens and you don't always get to read all the comic books you have. But anyway, I'm also going to do up some cards or cutscenes or something, I don't know, with information to purchase or check out my own stuff. I got the first issue of Ridiculous available on Amazon for Kindle. You can order it through the Square Pocket Dimension store, which I believe if you just do a Google search for now, you'll be able to find that. I will get some addresses and stuff mocked up so that, you know, if people are interested, they can check stuff out. Also, I've written a couple books. I've got a trilogy, The Werewolf Chronicles. I got the first 2 books out. Both of them are available in paperback and on Amazon, soon to be Kindle. And the third one, I'm partway through writing it, and hopefully it'll be available next year. Also, I am working on recording an audiobook version of the first book of the Werewolf Chronicles, The Quantum Prophecy. So far, it's The Quantum Prophecy and In Harmony We Trust. So those are books 1 and 2 of the Werewolf Chronicles trilogy. And yeah, for now, that is all I have. This is me, Ryan Matthew Harker, and you have been in the Pocket Dimension.